Alright guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about how to work with artboards in Adobe Illustrator. Now so far all I've done is open Illustrator and go to File, New. When you do that, there's a little artboard option right here where you can determine how many artboards you want to work with. Now you can use these arrows or you can type it in. And then when you hit create, you'll have however many artboards you selected. Now I'm using Adobe CC 2020, so I have a panel on the side that gives me some options for my artboards, but if you don't see that, you can go to Window, where is it? Artboards, and then you can work with it from in here. We're just going to put that over there for now. So you can resize your artboards by clicking on the Artboard Tool here and pulling on the corners or wherever. If you want to do that proportionally, you can hold Shift and it'll scale it proportionally or whatever. If you want to do it from the center and proportionally, you hold Shift and Alt on a PC and you can resize like that. If you have this property panel, you can just type in a different number here. Or you can click right here and it'll open up this dialog box. You can also get to that through the hamburger menu. You click the little menu and go down to Artboard Options, and then it'll be there as well. So you can resize them like that, but how do you add new ones? So I have my artboard panel open and I click on this little icon here and it'll copy whatever size you have for the artboard I had selected. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I had the first one selected. So it just copied the same size and it put it in the middle for some reason. So technically it's my second artboard, even though we have an artboard in between them. You can also click your Artboard tool and hold down Alt on a PC and you can drag until you have another one. So this doesn't look good because the layout between them is uneven. There's a couple different ways that you can rearrange your artboard. There's a Rearrange Artboard button right here. You can click it and then determine how you want them to be laid out. And you can also determine how much space you want between them with the spacing option right here. You can do that from the Properties panel with Rearrange All. It pretty much opens the same little panel. So the thing about Adobe Illustrator is there's a bunch of ways to do things, but they usually end up with the same panels open, so whatever way you're comfortable, I recommend doing it how you know, or one way at first so you can learn. Now the other thing about artboards is if you actually have art on an artboard, so let's say we have a square, and you go to move them with your artboard selected. Right now I have Move Artwork with Artboard selected, so when I move the artboard, the square goes with it. We're going to Control Z that. But if I turn this off and I move my artboard, then my art actually doesn't move with the artboard and just stays on the pasteboard wherever it was at. If you don't have your Properties panel like this, you can also get to the option right here. I believe that's the main things about working with artboards. You can play with things like show the center mark. If you look, here we're going to click OK, then you'll be able to see a little center mark and all kinds of options in there, so I recommend playing with that. You can also turn that off if that bothers you. But you can have tons of artboards, and then you can even change the order of them in this little panel by clicking these arrows. Now this would be important when you go to export it because you can export artboards individually, so you don't have to get them all at once. You do that by, if you go to File and then Export, there'll be an option at the bottom that says, wait, we can actually just do it. So we can do Export As, and then you click Use Artboards, and if you click Range, you can click in here and type in the range of the artboards that you want to use. And then it'll export them as individual images. Right now it's on JPEG. I was trying to figure out if I had it on a PNG. But you can do that, so if you're working on a logo and your client decided, I like option 1 and option 4, you can put in a 1, a 4, and it'll export both of those artboards, which is why I like working with artboards. But anyway, guys, If you like the content, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you have anything else you want to know about Adobe Illustrator, let me know in the comments below and I'll work on another video for that. Thanks so much for watching.